This year, Union City is offering some new clubs.
Miss Griggs is working on sponsoring a pep club.
The pep club would be responsible for putting on pep rallies for big game days.
Also, the pep club would decorate and help everyone get pumped for the big game.
And for all you Dungeons and Dragons players out there, we have something you guys might enjoy.
Jackson Burdecki will tell you about it.
Dragons have made their way into Union City. We have a new club called Dungeons and Dragons. Miss Kohler, what do you have to tell us about this?
So earlier this week, Lane came to me and asked, she said, "Hey, if I started a Dungeons and Dragons club, would you be the sponsor?" And thinking that this was maybe an ongoing joke, I said, "Sure." So then the next day she came to me with flyers, and I realized that it was a legitimate club that she wanted to start. So then we started talking about it in class and found out there was actually a lot of interest in having a Dungeons and Dragons club. So we don't have anybody that really knows how to play. So if any of you know how to play, that would be fabulous if you would come Tuesdays and Thursdays at lunch. And if you don't know, come learn with all the rest of us.
Thank you, Miss Kohler. If you need any more information about this, please contact Lane Barger. Thank you.
Thank you, Jackson.
Jason Schieber may be having some troubles playing those board games.
Let's send it to Allison Corley with the details.
Hi guys, as most of us know, Junior Jason Schieber has just had surgery and he is out for the rest of fall ball and for basketball. He is expected to be back around February and in time for spring baseball. With the basketball season coming up, he will not be there, but we do have Cale Williams and Colby Combs coming up. Griggs said that he is happy that Jason had his surgery now because it will benefit him in the long run. Jason was made captain due to his extremely well leadership skills, and when he is welcomed back in the spring, he plans on working with him little by little.
Thank you, Allison.
College football season has kicked off with a great start from both OU and OSU.
OSU and Tulsa University are battling for 1-0 record to start of the season.
OSU played great, taking home the 59-24 win.
OU also had a great start to the season, sadly.
That's right, OU handed UTEP the first loss of the season with a final score of 56-7.
Our Tiger teams were also in action this week.
Let's talk sports with Jack Walkabout.
Last week in baseball, the high school team traveled to Anadarko to play Riverside. As they got off to a rough start, they couldn't come back and lost 6-3. Also last week, the high school team played in the NOC Festival. As we're filming in advance, I do not know the scores yet, but I'll let you know next week. This week, the high school team will have a rematch against Riverside on Monday, and they'll also be participating in the Calumet tournament on Thursday. The junior high team will be going to Ninnekah to play in the Ninnekah tournament on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Last week, the number 7 ranked Union City took on the number 4 ranked Seaman in a rematch after losing their first meeting 3-0. The Lady Tigers fought hard against the Lady Bulldogs, winning the first set 25-19. After winning the first set, Union City took the energy out of the gym, dominating the next 2 sets. Making plays on offense and winning the hard-fought volleys, the Lady Tigers were unstoppable, defeating number 4 ranked Seaman 3-0. This week, the Lady Tigers will travel to Newcastle on Monday, then make a quick trip to Southwest Covenant on Tuesday. Lady Tigers will end the week with a home game against Santa Fe South on Thursday. I'm Jack Walkabout, UCTV Sports.
Thanks, Jack.
The book fair is in this town this week.
Alicia Johns is on the scene.
Hey guys, so as many of you know, the book fair was last week, and as you can tell, it's a pretty hopping place to be. They have many books and really cool novelty items. I talked to Miss Armstrong, and she said that the proceeds from the book fair go to Books for the Library. So when we have our next book fair, why don't you guys take a part? I'm Alicia Johns, and I'll see you next week.
Thank you, Alicia.
So I picked one of my favorite books of all time last week.
That's an interesting pick, Blaze.
Very interesting. Gets me where I need to go.
Okay, with Hurricane Harvey's storms finally ending, another monster storm is still in the works.
Michael Bowles has the story.
We have some news on Hurricane Irma. Hurricane Irma has already been classified as a Category 5 hurricane and is headed straight for Puerto Rico. It is one of the strongest storms ever recorded. It has winds up to 185 miles per hour. The U.S. has already been hit by one hurricane this year and might have a chance of being hit by another. Florida's fate all depends on if Cuba weakens the storm first. The last hurricane Florida got hit by was Hurricane Andrew in 1992. This hurricane killed 44 people and did $25.5 billion in damage. We hope that everyone has evacuated safely and that we send our prayers out to everyone who is affected and who might become affected. Thank you. I'm Michael Bowles, back with this week's weather. For this week, your highs should be in the mid-80s. Our lows should be in the mid-60s. Also, this week should be starting out cloudy, but get sunny as the week goes on. When sending your kids off to the bus stops this week, make sure they are dressed for warmer weather and have a jacket just in case. Don't put your shorts up just yet, because summer is not done with us, and we still have a chance for a heat wave. But also, make sure you bring out your jackets, because fall and winter is right around the corner. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. So today we have a little guest star on the show. Jason Doyle has joined us.
Well, thanks for having me, guys. You guys are doing a great job with UCTV, and I'm proud to be a guest.
What have you done today? Like, who have you talked to?
I got a chance to speak with the Journalism 1 class and, of course, help you guys out with the UCTV broadcast and get to tell them a little bit about my career since I left Union City, became a reporter and an entertainer. I've done radio and television for 25 years. I'm an editor of a news site. So just kind of explaining how all the ins and outs of journalism works.
Do you enjoy coming back to your hometown and giving everybody a little scoop of what it's like in the real world?
Absolutely love it, because when I was growing up here and when I was an aspiring broadcaster, I always thought, man, it'd be really nice if I had a mentor or somebody that really could give me an inside track of what it's like to be a broadcaster. So now it's my turn to be able to give back to the community and being able to speak with bright young students that are doing an excellent job. Man, it just makes my day.
Do you have any messages for Kennedy or maybe her mom?
Our former anchor here at UCTV, Kennedy, off at OU, Boomer Sooner, keep going, girl. And Christy, I'm sorry, she looks really good in Crimson and Cream.
Well, we can't wait for her to transfer to OSU. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
I got a question for you. Do you have any tips for Liv?
Well, you know, probably the same tip that I gave Kennedy a long time ago in an enunciation is to put that pencil in your mouth and try to talk with the script.
Definitely. Me and Taylor have it down. Cool. Awesome. Well, guys, that's it for the news. I'm Blaze Withrow.
And I'm Livia Nelson.
And I'm Jason Doyle.
And this is UCTV.
Welcome back to Chips Chat. I'm Alex. Today on the show we will have a special guest, but this time it's a middle schooler, Maggie Keith. Please welcome Maggie. So Maggie, thank you for joining me.
Yeah.
How's school going?
Pretty badly.
Oh, why is that?
I'm not getting much sleep.
Okay. Well, are there any special talents you may have?
I can put my feet behind my head.
Wow, that's crazy. Can you show me?
Yep.
Okay, well, I can barely even walk, so that's great. Thank you for showing us that. That was pretty amazing. We'll see you next week.